Hey guys, recently during Smart School Life I found out that you don't have a clue of what scones are. So today in this video workshop I'm going to show you how you make real English scones for tea time. So as you can see, the ingredients are here on the table, and this is a flour here, and I'm going to start by adding the butter that I have kind of cubed into the flour. Yeah. So I just forgot to tell you that I'm preheating the oven. That's quite important, so that it's really warm when we're going to add the scones. And now I have added the butter into the flour. I'm going to kind of rub it with my fingertips, so it becomes kind of like crumbly, going to like this. Yeah. Now I'm going to add the sugar. It's 25 grams. It's really not a lot. Up. And then I'm going to add the milk. These scones that I'm making are vegan again because I'm using oat milk, as you can see. I have also used a plant-based butter, but you could easily make these scones non-vegan if you prefer. So I'm going to add milk. Voila. And now I need a wooden spoon, which I have right here, to kind of stir everything up. So I'm stirring it, as you can see. The dough here. My hands are all icky, and just like this, and I'm going to add some raisins because we're going to make sweet scones. And again, I'm just going to really knead. Okay, our dough is finished now. I'm actually just kneading it a little bit more, as you can see in the bowl. This really looks like the kind of dough that you would need to bake bread. It looks perfect. I have put some flour right here. When you bake scones, your kitchen will be a mess, just so you know. And now I'm just going to put it right here, and we will need a rolling pin, as you can see here, to kind of flatten it all out. I will put some flour and put it on the rolling pin as well to make that easier. And then I'm just going to start to really roll it out, as you can see on the table. So here it is. It should be 2 centimeters if you look at it approximately. This is what we call a cutter, yeah, a scone cutter or a cookie cutter, and we're basically just going to make little rounds like this. And then we're going to place them like this, as you can see here, on the tray. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make a 5th one here. And then when you are left with this here, as you can see, you will just have to start over again. You take everything back together, you knead it a little bit, and then you start again with your rolling pin, rolling it out until there's no dough left. So the scones are ready now, and all that's left to do for us is to just put a little bit of milk on top of them, just to protect them a little bit when you put them in the oven. Basically, it looks a bit like you're painting your scones. You can also, if you don't have a pencil like that, you can also, I don't know, use a fork or maybe even your fingers to do that. So just give them a layer of milk. Again, I'm using oat milk here. Voila. And now we're going to put them in the oven. So the scones are finished. As you can see here on this plate, they look delicious. Normally they would maybe be a little bit higher than this, but that's because they're vegan. Now, so I'm going to teach you how to eat your scone. I have put one here on a plate. You need 2 things. You need jam. This one is raspberry jam. You could also use strawberry jam, whatever jam you like, but the red jam is kind of typical. And then you would need clotted cream. Now, clotted cream is hard to come by in Belgium, especially in Corona times. So I'm using a kind of, something else, which is called mascarpone from Italy, but it's kind of the same, it's very creamy. Now, so we need those 2 things to put on this scone. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to kind of open my scone right like this. Yeah. And then first I'm going to put on the fire because the coffee is going to be ready in a minute. And this is second, this is first. So I have two sides of scone now, right here. Firstly, I'm going to put a little bit of jam on one side of the scone, just like this. A little bit more because I really like jam. Voila. Then I will put a dollop of mascarpone on top of that, or you would use a clotted cream if you can find it. And this is how you eat scones. It's really delicious. Okay, let me know how it works out for you. The best thing is to eat them while they're still quite hot. And of course, you always drink tea, black tea with your scones. Not the coffee, that's for my boyfriend. But normally you should have tea. Bye!